Sportsline Podcast here on the CHCH and Parrot TV media platform. I'm Bubba O'Neil. Well, nowhere in the country are people just like you starving for sports content, especially when it pertains to local athletes, of course, local sports teams, broadcasters, and executives. Today we focus on an annual event that's shining the spotlight on a number of sports features, and one includes the ongoing World Cup.
What happens when two soccer fans travel around the world to see where the beautiful game lives and breathes?
From the streets to the stadiums, where passion turns into identity.
Spanning 14 countries across 5 continents, this series dives real deep into the passion, identity, and emotion of football fandom. From France, Colombia, England, and beyond, Game and Glory reveals what the game truly means to the people who live and breathe it. This is just one of the outstanding screenings on the 13th annual Oakville Film Festival that will also be showing feature shows and short films in Burlington. Happy to say hello to Executive Director Wendy Donnan and co-host Pierce Lang. Guys, thanks for joining us on the Sportsline Podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm led to believe this is a pretty big-time event, Wendy. Why don't you let us know a little bit about this? A great celebration. You know, obviously, this is a sports broadcast and a sports podcast. There's a lot of sports in this upcoming film and arts festival. Tell us a little bit about it.
There's more sports than there has ever been as part of our festival this year. Great year for it. So we have 100 films in total, and out of that we have 10 sports-related films. So our focus is, I would say, in the sports field, we're looking at human stories. So human beings that inspire people and do great things and overcome the odds. So we have a number of amazing films from Blindly Victorious. So we have the world premiere of this film. And this film is just, you're going to love it. It'll blow you away. The gala presentation on the 18th, so that's the Thursday, is sold out. We added a screening, so don't worry, on the Sunday night at 8:30 at film.ca cinemas. This is the story of Paralympian rower Victoria Nolan. So Victoria Nolan is, this woman just inspires me to no end. So she, at the 18 years of age, she discovered she had a genetic disease that would make her go blind, and that having children would exacerbate that. So a lot of doctors told her, don't have kids, don't have a family, but Victoria said, I'm having a family. That's part of what I want to do with my life. She had a family, and of course she did go blind. Had a rough time for a while. She lost her job. She was a very dedicated school teacher, but she couldn't teach anymore. So she went through a rough period, and out of that rough period comes, you know, that point where you realize you are meant for greater things. And she discovered the sport of rowing and discovered she had a talent for it. She's got the arms, she's got the build. And so she got into Paralympic rowing and ended up taking the Paralympic team to gold medals.
Wow.
She's won bronze medals as well. She was the head of the Canadian Paralympic rowing team for a number of years. And out of that came a book that she wrote. And that book was discovered by Giacomo Moncato, who's the director of the film, because their kids played sports together. And he asked her, can I make your story into a movie? And so he did, and we have the world premiere, and her story is amazing because she overcomes every odd to become an absolutely exceptional person, and her family is amazing as well. So we also have related back, so if we go back to the World Cup, we have 3 soccer-themed shorts that are screening with Game and Glory. We put a call out for soccer-themed shorts. And we've got 3 from around the world. So we've got a short film from local filmmaker Lachlan Sutherland Brown, and he made a film about Richard Stewart, who's a Jamaican soccer player.
This is Fields?
And again, yes, this
okay,
is called Fields.
Okay.
And this film is really about, you know, at the age of 30, when you play soccer, you kind of realize, oh, I'm slowing down. I don't think I could do this anymore, but this guy, decides I'm going to play, and that's it. And it's kind of the story of the dedication it takes to do that and to keep playing. It's called Fields. And then we have one called Dedication, which is Swiss. The director submitted this to the festival. It's just a short film. It's about 3 minutes, but it is about the comeback from, when you miss a big goal in the game and you come back and you train yourself. You go back into training and train yourself to come back, and he comes back and redeems himself for the team. So that's Dedication. And then we have kind of a different take with Offsides. And this is an American, it's an American woman who decided she has 4 kids in soccer all the time. And it's kind of that rushed, one soccer game next soccer game here, and how the parent reacts to that and what they go through with this process. And it ties in the idea of Offsides with also how parents react at soccer games and kind of the culture of...
Sometimes it's not the greatest of things.
There is a culture of soccer parenting, isn't there? And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. So it's a bit about both of those. So it's really funny.
That sounds exceptional. And I mean, we are obviously, not just we, I would say the world right now is certainly sort of focused on soccer right now. The World Cup is, other than the Olympics, and some would argue as big, if not bigger, because there's something about the sport of soccer where most of us at some point in time have picked up a ball and kicked it in a net. And some of us from a very, very young age, and as you described in some of the shorts, some at an advanced age as well, too. Game and Glory is a heavy hitter with a couple of TSN personalities. Pierce, why don't you take us a little bit through that and what we can expect from seeing that film?
Yeah, it's a really exciting... we're showing 2 episodes of this series that's airing on broadcasters across North America and online, and it takes Stephen Caldwell and his co-host Camilla across the world really to showcase the soccer cultures and the fan cultures that you have in Uruguay and Argentina and Brazil, France, England, Scotland, all over, and it puts a real personal touch on those experiences through the eyes of Stephen Caldwell, who's been there, and he's very familiar to Canadian soccer fans as the former captain of TFC, and it really highlights how wild that experience can be in stadium when you go somewhere outside of our normal North American sporting experience.
I would think there's so much to show there because I think you're looking at tradition, you're looking at rituals for people. I would say, we talk a lot about hockey in this country and the way it can dominate us as people. We see that at the Olympics. We saw that at the Four Nations Cup and how important it was and how devastating it can be to lose to the Americans and what that was like, right? But soccer can take you through that too. It is a passion that I think this series unbelievably captures.
There's a fantastic quote from one of the fans that they're talking to outside the stadium in Colombia, where Camilla asks the gentleman, "Oh, well, talk to me about your love of your soccer club." And he says, "Well, I love my son and I love his kids and we have a wonderful family and they're great. But I like my soccer team more because they bring me tears of joy." So
enough said, right?
Yeah,
incredible. Now, with this comes also sort of a presentation. I know you were moderating kind of an event. I know the Oakville Soccer Club are heavily involved in this. How did this all come together?
Well, don't forget Burlington Soccer Club. I brought you this fancy scarf and wore my Joseph Brant Memorial Hospital jersey here to make sure we got a shout out there.
Soccer talk right now.
But yeah, we've got a fantastic event going on at the Burlington Center for the Performing Arts. And we're going to have jugglers on display teaching people how to do tricks and showing off the fancy skills that they've got. We've got the Burlington Team Tour Band out, the drum line from them, they're going to be involved, and then obviously there's the pomp and ceremony that's going to go along with having a film festival. So it'll be myself and Tyler Collins out there kind of leading traffic into the the theater to put on the final show, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
I think this would be kind of fun for you too. What many people don't know, you're kind of a local athlete. You were a local athlete. I don't know if you are still, but you were a guy that played sports in the local area as well too. And I think a film like this will really hit hard with a lot of young, especially people that are kind of just getting into sports.
Well, certainly I'm back coaching now at Burlington Soccer Club. I've got a U14 boys team, and we've got a couple kids coming out to the game, and it's going to mean the world to them. They've been skipping school, don't their parents know, but don't tell their teachers, so that they can go out and watch the games in the late afternoon. And to them, it means the world. And I know we were talking about this before, how I used to watch your show back in the day when I was in high school, that bonding that you have with young kids where they get together and that's just their little thing that they've got there in the basement watching TV by themselves, or this opportunity to go out and be a part of something much bigger than that and feel important while they're doing it. I think it's really going to create some lifelong fans and give them an experience that maybe they wouldn't have got otherwise.
I think that's spectacular. I just love that kind of community stuff and getting everyone involved. Before we continue on with a couple of the other shorts and films that I think people can be expected to see, Wendy, a little bit about the festival. I mean, you're looking at now double digits in years, and you've really, I use the word community, it has become now part of the community.
Oh, absolutely. I would say it's Oakville's biggest cultural event, probably the most anticipated too, because we're not just about film. We all have, from the very beginning, we're 13 years in, we've always been about the intersection of film with the arts, sport, all kinds of different areas, photography, painting. So we've always done a festival that is very interactive, brings people together to watch film, enjoy Q&As, but also enjoy music, enjoy dance, enjoy sports, films about sports. The acrobatics from the Nyan twins that are coming on stage. They're freestylers, and it's just going to be really a different kind of addition to what we do. And it's quite amazing to be doing this in Burlington too, because it's our first time here. Our festival in Oakville, we have 3 gala nights. So Thursday, EY Gala. Friday, we have Dancing on the Elephant. The EY Gala is Blindly Victorious, of course. Dancing on the Elephant has Mary Walsh visiting from Newfoundland. Wow, okay. Everybody knows Mary Walsh from This Hour Has 22 Minutes, and also she was in a number of different films as well. But she's visiting Friday and Saturday. So Saturday we've got films all day at the Oakville Center. We have Couture. So it's very different from what we're doing in Burlington, but it is a local fashion show focused on local designers, their fashion and their work. So again, it's all about community, like you say. We're bringing out the best of what Oakville and Burlington have to offer. We have vendors from both cities. We have different displays in the lobby, and then a complete fashion show. And then, of course, Couture with Angelina Jolie, which is her best role in my mind to date. And then at Film.ca Cinemas, we have 6 films all day Sunday and 4 films Monday night. And one of the some really great films, The Golden Spurtle, which is a Canadian premiere. And I discovered this documentary by accident. It's kind of the sport of porridge making. So I mean, it's kind of in that vein again, but it is the World Porridge Making Championships. Many years, Charlie Miller's retiring, who developed this competition. People from Canada go every year and participate in this. And it's just a great, heartwarming, also funny, but they take it so seriously. And that's at 2 o'clock at Film.ca, highly recommended. And then Chimera is a local Uxbridge and Mississauga filmmaking team. And that one just sold out this morning. And that is a really good thriller, suspense thriller. And I love Jacob Fair and Vershab Mare put this film together. It's a passion project of theirs. And it took them a few years to get everything together, but wow, is it ever good.
Sounds
So,
exciting.
yeah,
It
it's
sounds
very
exciting. I mean, and that's what I love too. I mean, obviously I'm a sports guy, but I got to learn to also watch the dramas and the comedies and stuff like that as well too. And then you certainly offer it all at this festival. And as I said, it's great that it's in Oakville and Burlington. And that little CA, that little place on Kerr Street, I love. That's my little C. These big theaters.
Yeah.
I don't like. I like these little small theaters. They're just so intimate. You know, I think when you put together something like this, these are the things that people don't talk about. The amount of hours, days, months it takes to plan something like this, along with your executive board and the volunteers as well too. It takes a, what's it saying? A
Takes
nation?
a village.
Yeah, a village to put together an army or whatever that is. Help me out. But like, it takes a lot, doesn't it?
It does. We have a 9-member, very dedicated volunteer board of directors. Literally, 50 volunteers that help out with the festival. And yeah, it's like a mad dash to get everything together, to get this thing off the ground. But it's a very dedicated group. And the board has grown over the years, and we found that we're able to find somebody to focus on each area, which has really helped. For marketing, I'm the programming chief, so to speak. I'm also the co-founder. And I'm the co-founder with Judah Hernandez. So this is a really interesting tie-in with the Burlington event. So Judah's company is sponsoring the Game and Glory event, which is called Kickoff, the beautiful game on screen. So he's a very dedicated soccer player. He played professionally for many years, and he is really excited about this. He even made a short film about it called The Heist, which you could catch on YouTube.
Wow.
I'll send you the link to that, but it's really funny. It's about a soccer ball heist shot over at Soccer World. And he's just enjoying this because he's been off the board now for 3 years, but he's back in the fore with this event and has really helped put everything together. So he's brought Mark, the executive director and director from Game and Glory, is going to be on the panel. We have Inter Toronto involved as well, so they've got a couple of players there. We've got Forge football. We've got the Forge mascot there. Football cards and players and all kinds of stuff going on. I think it's going to be so much fun tomorrow night.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on, which is splendid, and that's a great kickoff, as we say, to get the tournament and, of course, your film festival going. Let's get back to a couple of the other films. Let's close up with this. Hockey Mom. I'm excited about this one.
Yes, Hockey Mom is a wonderful short film. I don't want to give a plot away.
No,
I
don't
want
do
you
that.
to go see
Just
it.
a little bit.
But Hockey Mom, a busy mother, like busy parents that are always taking their kids to sports and finding the time to do that. And so this poor mother gets her daughter to, that early game and realizes she forgot her daughter's goalie stick. And so how does she fix that? So the film it's a comedy, it's a bit of like serious, but it ends on a very positive note. But in her mind, she figures out how to fix that. I'm not going to tell you how that is, but it's a really good short and has a really good ending.
Splendid.
And then Sweet Spot. So this is a 1-minute 3D animated short film.
1 minute?
1 minute. It's just 1 minute from Sheridan College Animation. And it's about a girl's first game of tennis, and the first time she hits the ball.
Oh,
It's called Sweet Spot,
okay.
and it's really, really cute.
Finally,
really enjoyable.
This is the one that blows me away, and this particular the central person in this film, I have to get here on the red couch. Derm the Long Runner. Tell us about this, because I think this is a story that everyone needs to know about. And again, local.
Absolutely. Mississauga filmmaker put this together. And Sheridan student Lucas Swangar was involved in putting this together. He's one of my students from Sheridan. But this man has done 36 Boston marathons. He is 71 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
He has not missed a year, except there was a year during the pandemic, obviously, so he missed years where he would have gone anyway. He had prostate cancer 1 year, but he finds a way to go. It took him 4 years to actually, of doing the marathon, to actually figure out a way to keep going and to become really good at running. and be able to keep doing it. So at 71, he's incredible. I mean, people in their 20s can't make the Boston Marathon. So this man is, it's his story, and it's just a terrific story, and it's the premiere, and it's called Durham, The Long Run.
You know, that's incredible. I mean, we celebrate people who run marathons. And look, I'm not knocking them because I could never run a marathon, but we celebrate one time. One time.
Yeah.
And he's done it how many? 35?
36.
36.
36 times.
Yeah. Every year, getting ready
Yep.
to do my Boston Marathon. Wild.
And he doesn't accept that, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this one year. He just does it. And that's what I love about this film and about him, because he just, I'm not, you know, I just refuse to give up. It's kind of like Victoria Nolan in Blindly Victorious. I refuse to give up. That theme of, you know, making sure you don't give up and persevering and becoming a hero or a champion is really important, I think, to the festival, but also to a lot of the programming that we're doing.
I love it. I mean, again, I love all types of films. As I said, you know, I should actually spend more time out of the sports realm a little bit. But the fact that you have so many sports films and activations, I think it's just absolutely amazing. Again, one more time, Pierce, just a little bit about what your aspect is, and the fact that this is going to be kind of a big gala in Burlington as well, too, and why we shouldn't miss it.
Well, I think it's just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to really celebrate the beautiful game, the world's game, here in Halton region and Oakville and Burlington. It's a 20-minute drive across one end to the other of the two cities, really. So there's no excuse not to make it out and really enjoy an opportunity to get out and celebrate amongst other people who are in the same position, possibly, where they're just coming to discover. We got so many people out there calling it the FIFAs and whatever name is available, and we're sitting there going, no, it's just call it the World Cup. But the eagerness of people to engage and get involved, go out and enjoy it. Go out and find those like-minded people who are there just to enjoy the experience and come to discover the game and really understand the stories about that. So I think that's the fantastic thing about certainly this Game and Glory series, is that it engages people to understand. I was watching with my wife on Sunday night, and she just could not believe the atmosphere at some of these games and the countries that they go to. And it was a really eye-opening experience for her, and I hope that other people get to experience that as well, because it's truly fascinating.
Well, that's why we have you on the Sportsline Podcast, to kind of brag about it, because it is something that everyone should enjoy. Wendy, finally, tickets, dates, just to let everyone know about when this is. And again, maybe they might not be a sports fan and there are other films they want to see. And how would they find out about what's being offered?
Okay, so very easy. You go to ofa.ca, look up the 2026 festival page, and there's links to every event. The Burlington event starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday the 17th, with a bunch of outdoor activations and fun. CHCH is there with their marketing tent. Burlington Economic Development and Tourism has been a big sponsor and partner on the event for us as well. And then inside, we have a lot of fun beginning at 7 for this event. We also have a terrific panel on Canadian soccer fans and kind of the lure of the game here as well. And then once you get your tickets, the screenings are Wednesday, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, all day. We have 3 screenings, including at 11 a.m. in the morning, local short filmmakers from all over the region. And that is one of my favorite events. You get to look at all the work of local short filmmakers. A lot of them from Sheridan, a lot from other colleges. We have Toronto Metropolitan University, York, all kinds of schools represented. And then Sunday, all day, film.ca, 6 different films, including Canadian short films, Visions and Voices, and Durham the Long Run is screening in Canadian Visions and Voices. So that's at 5 o'clock on Sunday, 21st. So it's Father's Day, and it's National Indigenous Peoples Day.
Wow.
We have a big event for National Indigenous Peoples Day as well, with a film that is screening at 5:30, Red Power Rising, and we have a whole event, scheduled around that. We also have Beyond the Castle Doors, the hilarious House of Frightenstein. So the story, and again, this is a CHCH show that's screened on CHCH. So lots of CHCHs.
Legendary.
And this is a sponsored film by CHCH. And we have Mitch Markowitz there in the theater, like one of the last remaining, because Billy Van's gone. He's been gone for many years. But we have a bunch of the film team there. We have the cinematographer. We have an editor. And Mitch will be there signing posters because he loves this film and he loves doing this. And it's really popular. Everywhere they take it, it's popular. So it's, and CHCH is bringing props out from the original series. So I'm looking forward to that. And we have a costume competition. We do all kinds of stuff. So like I've got my wig ready.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah.
Well, I think it's spectacular. Spectacular event. Something that people will have something to affix themselves to, whether maybe they're not a sports fan. Like I said earlier, there are other things that they can be into. I would say thank you to you guys for what you do. I'll use this word again, community. I love it so much. I love where we live and what we all have to offer. And the Oakville Arts and Film Festival is just another reason, like you said, to bring people together. And you guys do a spectacular job. And, you know, what you do in terms of just, you know, doing it because you love it, I think is to be honored. So thank you so much for joining us, Wendy and Pierce, on the Sportsline Podcast. Congratulations. I hope it's a great event for you guys and hope to see you 1 year from now talking about some sports films.
We'll be back.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
All right, that's the Sportsline Podcast for the day. And if you've just seen and heard, we love talking sports. How about a sports film? You got to love it. If you do know of an athlete, team, or event to promote the Sportsline Podcast, you want to hear from you. Please hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe button if you have something to say. We always appreciate your fine or maybe critical comments. Make us better. For the wonderful people that make the Sportsline Podcast possible, thank you so very much. And we'll see you real soon.